I'm making this video because I actually don't know what else to do. I've tried everything else. I work as a domiciliary care provider in Staffordshire, and everybody knows the difficulties that we've had over the past couple of weeks. What's got to me the most is we've managed COVID. We've done really well with COVID, but what I didn't bank on was the constant CQC threats, the constant threats from Staffordshire County Council, the constant threats from clients, the constant threats from ex-staff members because they were dismissed or they left with immediate effect, but that was our fault because they lied about having COVID and we caught them out and we saw them on social media. That's our fault. We're the bad guys then. It's our fault because there's not enough staff. It's our fault that we're just shit, basically. And I'm not sure, as one of the, I'm mentally strong, really strong when I say this, and I can deal with most things, but when you get a quality assurance form sent through yesterday from a social worker, and we've got a really difficult client, he's vile, he is well known in the industry, nobody wants to touch him, nobody, like, you just mention his initials and everybody knows him. And social services know how bad he is. Staffordshire County Council know how bad he is. But nobody will take responsibility. Nobody will say to him, you are so bad that really we can't provide you care anymore because you terrorise the carers, you manipulate them, you hound them, you make up lies about them, you record them without their consent. None of that happens. And yesterday I got a quality assurance form because this has been building up and building up. And I said to the social worker, he's a twat. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I can't put my staff through this anymore. You are going to have to help us. This was 2 weeks ago. And she lied. She said that we'd said we were going to pull out on the Friday, and we never said anything of the sort. We just said we need him removed. We need him going somewhere else. Not for us. Take him to a big company. A big company can absorb somebody like him, hopefully. But we can't. And this quality assurance form clearly stated that the client is fearing for his safety because he's been in contact with ex-carers, and those ex-carers have said that I'm a terrible boss and that I should lose my company, and they're going to make sure that I'm hounded to the point where I resign. Well, you know what? You've won. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm broken, and I've just spent half an hour on the phone to a mental health nurse because 20 years ago I had a breakdown and it took me 3 years to recover. I was sectioned, and I nearly lost the opportunity of having time with my children because I couldn't cope. And I had to ring the mental health nurse today to say, I think it's going to happen again. I think I'm going to have a breakdown and I don't know how to deal with it. And normally I'm the strong one. This is my company. I can't have the breakdown. What am I going to do? I've got all these amazing staff that work for me, and I've got all these lovely clients, and they rely on me to deliver a service. And if I go down, who's going to pick up the pieces? And nobody is helping us, and it's so bad. Staffordshire are just doing a PR stunt. They're saying that they're offering help. They're not. Trust me, they're not. And my staff, how can I tell my staff that I feel like this when most of them are exhausted. And although we pay well with our carers, £11 an hour, but it isn't enough. They should be on £15 an hour. Without a shadow of a doubt, they should be on more. I don't know whether this will reach anybody. I don't even know if I'm going to put this out there, but I just know that I'm not on my own. I read every day that care managers are resigning, that registered managers feel suicidal, that domiciliary care owners are having to close their businesses or lose their homes because they can't afford to do this anymore, and it's mentally torturing them. And all we get is the threat of CQC every day. And if you don't understand what CQC is, let me tell you, it's a bit like waiting for the police to come to your door in the middle of the night and rip you out of bed and arrest you for something that you've not done, something that you've just tried to do your best for, but you can't because there's all these other external factors and nobody's helping you. And then you've got Staffordshire County Council that just say, you're on the framework, it's in the contract. This contract is utterly biased, and of course it's going to be, it's all in their favour, not in our favour, but they need us. I think they're losing sight of the fact that we're all folding. Every day there's another agency that folds, and yet there's another agency that's coming in the other end because they believe they've got the answers. They believe that they know how to put this right, but there isn't. There is not a way of making this right, and nobody has the magic wand, I can assure you. And if you are coming into dom care, don't think that this is easy and that you are going to survive. You won't survive. This will ruin you. It will chip away at you, and one day you'll wake up and you'll realise that actually you lost sight of who you were in the first place. So I don't know if anyone can help, and maybe I'm just asking or hoping that my video might resonate with somebody else and you'll understand, and you might not feel alone, because right now I'm sat in my car and I've never felt so alone in all my life, and there are no words anymore. I think it's embarrassing, and maybe I need to go and get some medical help from a mental health team before I do actually have another psychotic break. But if Staffordshire County Council or CQC do ever see this video, please know that I tried so hard, so hard. I worked really hard to make my agency one of the best. I did everything I could for the staff to pay them well. The culture is terrible and we need to change it, but we tried. But all I ever got was the threat of you guys coming to rip me out of bed and charge me with something that I haven't done, and that's the only way I can describe it.